Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding.
Derrick Henry is known. Derrick Henry is known to be a carnivore diet advocate.
Is he really?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right. Here's my question: if he's a if you're a if your lifestyle is carnivore, do you have cheat days? Like, are they all carnivore all the time? Like they probably indulge here and there, right? Like they don't.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Cheat days
I mean,
carnivore diet.
bro, we're 7 days in.
Here's the thing about.
You're 7 days in, and I looked at a thing of Oreos today and said, "What Oreo won't kill me?" I didn't eat it. I didn't eat it
All
though.
I know is just that when I walk into my office, and I'm in my office all the time, the first thing I see is my bar, and it's looking so good.
Honestly, let me tell you what, the alcohol hasn't been the hardest part. It was at first because my thing is because I was grilling meat. I always grill with a beer. And like I had this urge, you know what I mean? It's like a natural response. I'm out there at the grill, like, oh man, it's like that. What's the oh my god, what's the response that you get?
It settles down.
No, like the psychological.
With the bell.
Yeah. What's his name? Oh my god,
Pavlov.
You know what I'm talking about though? Where like you hear the bell, you start like salivating.
Bell and start salivating.
Yeah. God, oh my god, I feel dumb right now. Not. Oh my.
It's like Pavlov or something.
Yeah. Anyways, but that's how it was, right? Like I'm out there grilling. Like, why am I craving a beer right now? Like literally craving it. But it was really Pavlov. Yeah, there you go. Pavlov's response. That's what it is, right? Pavlovian response.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest part. And then like cooking for the family, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna have the steak.
I can't,
like I love steak. Don't get me wrong, but like a little bit of pasta on the side. I'm like, oh, man. I'm making like linguine with pesto for the kids, and I'm like sitting there like,
what are you gonna have, Dad?
I'm eating a steak.
I'm just gonna eat.
Bro, I literally had like a pound and a half of flank steak the first night. Like I was like, I just need to like eat as much as but my new thing is when I get hungry, I just drink water. Like I'm just like, just drink a bunch of water. Like just drink a bunch of water. But then I also bought a little thing of like beef jerky.
Yeah,
like,
I got some beef jerky too.
Yeah. I'm making sure like there's no sugar. I didn't realize how much sugar is in regular beef jerky. It's a lot, bro.
Teriyaki or something.
Dude, no, just even in like Slim Jim or like the big brands.
That's why I don't even get it. Yeah,
they all have sugar in them. So I found this one. It's zero. It says like 0 sugar. It's just straight up.
Yeah,
the kind of is like it just has pepper. I'm like, I'm good with pepper. And it's actually pretty. Like even my kids were eating it. It's actually like pretty decent. I was like, I just need it like at work, like just snack on something. Like it's still like low cal, like 0 sugar, but like. Yeah, man, it's
tough in the beginning. I forgot. Well, I've been doing it for like since 2019, so I know like in the beginning it's tough. Like it's hard.
Well,
like,
because you get Lion's diet. How's that going?
I mean, it's pretty much.
Are you sticking to the actual line? Is just salt, red meat, and water?
Salt, steak, and water.
That's all you're doing.
But the water is bottled. No plastic. I have my cutting board where it's just my plate, and I just salt the beef. I just bought. Yeah, I have my cutting board and plate, and the steak. I just put salt on there. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the thing. I've been doing it for so long, so it's not like I know like the first week isn't gonna be so bad for me, but I know once I get into like week 2, week 3, that's when I'm gonna have to start pushing through because I like for some reason, like I know for me, like I feel like I have like a crash if I stay on it for like more than like a week or two. But I think I just have to push through that crash. see the other side.
Site you sent, and they're just like, you may like develop like influenza symptoms.
Yeah, it's like the keto flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have no
Oh,
carbs
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, it's very because
Yeah.
it's just there's no carbs. Like that's the big thing.
Yeah.
But here's the biggest thing. I don't even know if it's a crash. I think you're just tired of eating the same thing every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like the body's craving variety. Like,
Yeah.
that's well, one. Like, so I've done carnivore twice before, but both times I was by myself. Like I didn't have the family around. I was like somewhere long term, like at a school or something. So it was easy. I was just like, I just gotta suffer. Like I'm not around food all the time. None of that stuff. I'm around food every
all the
day.
time.
It is killing me. I've been trying to do more eggs and stuff. I ate 3 packs of bacon this weekend.
Yeah.
Just to like mix it up. I'm already tired of it. I'm already like, I can't eat any more bacon right now. I need to wait another week.
I don't get tired of it though. For me, I don't.
I get tired of it. I'm a big foodie. And I crave variety. I always crave. One of the reasons why I moved to my specific neighborhood is because it's like the restaurant central of Chicago.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish I was douchey enough to call myself a foodie. I just like different food.
Sorry. I just like if it's a food, I will try it. That's all. I will try anything.
Nah, I just like variety.
But I do understand. Like I knew it would be harder for you guys. I knew it would be harder for you guys because like you guys don't really need to do it, right? Like there's like, I mean, like you guys might do it for like weight maintenance, but like the people typically that are on carnivore diet are suffering. Like there's some type of pain.
Yeah, so they got like inflammation or like they got some kind of weird chronic
so it's like
immunodeficiency thing, right? Like
so it's like
if I was by myself, it'd be fine. I'm just there's so much food.
Oh yeah, I when I used to live with my mom and mom and Mark, I was like, I can't do it here because you guys just just nonstop junk food here.
Dude, it's the same with like my house. Like if I was alone, it'd be better. But Tegan, she's been making like Krispies, cakes, banana breads.
Oh my god, bro! Like this week at work, we got stew and bread day, and I was like, those are my 2 favorite things. What do you? Literally New Year's Eve, I just made a stew. Now when I couldn't eat the leftovers, so I had 4 bowls of stew. Bowls, dude. I almost ate the whole crock pot.
Dude, when you go through that sugar detox on like the 4th or 5th day, you're like, bro, I will beat somebody up for it.
I'm telling you, I saw my kids were eating Oreos tonight, and I was like, it's just one Oreo. Like, what's the big deal? I'm telling you, but I was like, nah. So I got up, I made a cup of coffee, and I was like, I'm just gonna have some coffee, and I'm just gonna, put the kids to sleep and play a video game for a little bit. Like that's what I did.
That's one of the things I've been doing to kind of get rid of the cravings is like coffee and shit. But I'm trying not to overload on caffeine.
Bro, I have drank so much. I don't need
heart palpitations.
So much coffee. I'm telling you, like I'm drinking. I'm trying to balance it out with water. Like for every cup of coffee I've had, I'm trying to drink twice as much water. Like that's been my thing.
Sounds like alcohol.
But I have to drink a lot of water because I'm drinking like a gallon of coffee.
I mean, I have a jug of cold brew in my fridge. I have another jug, but it's nitro coffee, and then I have my espresso machine. I have my coffee machine. I have my French press, which I just used today, and I have like my pour over. I have so many ways to make coffee, and I use all of them.
I don't have that. I use all of them. I don't have that much time in the day. I get frustrated when the Keurig isn't heating up quick enough.
Like I said, I'm a foodie. You can call me bougie for that, but also am
I didn't call you bougie. I said douchey.
Oh,
douchey.
There's a big difference. That's a big difference in word. I really thought you said bougie. But I'm also a coffee aficionado.
Oh my god, it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
All I hear is jealousy. Look, if you can't make an espresso, dude, you can learn. I'll teach you.
I don't like espresso. So the only time I drink espresso is when I'm in Italy, and that's all they got. Yeah. Like, why would I drink espresso?
Espresso's awesome.
I love
caffeine. It's the fastest way to do it.
I don't need that. I like drinking a big cup of coffee. It's like a comfort thing.
Look,
I don't want the hit. I don't want the hit of caffeine. I don't drink it for the caffeine per se.
you can leave
I drink it
Westminster,
for.
but Westminster doesn't leave you, I guess.
But I mean,
yeah, like it's for
the coffee. It like warms you up on the inside. It like warms you.
Yeah, and like what? And it's just like I want it to last more than 2 seconds. I don't need the hit.
Oh,
I need.
It's great.
You know,
I make some. I make some fucking good ass like mochas, some good lattes.
I mean, I like.
But
I like a good latte.
But you know, but here's the thing though, like if you continue on the carnivore diet, right? If you continue this path over time, you're not gonna need, you know what I mean? You're not gonna need the caffeine. Like, yeah, you can have it as a luxury, but you're not gonna need like that energy because your body.
No, it's a total luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a cope to get over the initial pangs, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, because coffee is kind of a hunger suppressant. Like
it is a suppressant.
You know?
Yeah.
So like that's all really I'm using it for.
Yeah. It's so weird. I mean, and too, like after a while, like I mean, for me it's weird. Like so, I only eat once a day. I go through the whole day. And then at the end of the day, I know they tell you not to do this, not to eat right before you go to bed, but I eat right before I go to bed.
How am I skinnier?
And like it's so. What?
How am I skinnier than you?
I don't know. I have a lot of muscle.
Maybe, but like Jesus, dude.
I have a lot of muscle. Yeah.
Oh man, and carnivore, and yet I'm sitting here like bones.
But here's the thing, like for me, like if I eat like if I eat during the day or sometime, it makes me so relaxed. It kills like that hunger in me. Like you know what I mean? It's a weird phenomenon.
I can't eat meals. Like my meal is dinner, and then I'll like kind of snack a little bit through the day. Yeah. I can't eat a big meal. Like if I eat something during the day, it's usually not more than like 200 or 300 calories.
Jeez.
Like that's about it. Like that's all I can do. And then I'm like at dinner, it's a big dinner.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like kind of snacking afterwards, right? Like I'll get a coffee also I was drinking a lot of beer. I was drinking a lot of beer.
Were you drinking a lot of beer?
I'm kind of the same way.
How do you drink?
I usually have like my breakfast is usually like a protein shake, and then I'll have like a light lunch, but most of my calories come from like dinner, you know?
Yeah, dinner and beer, bro. There was some days I'm drinking like 5 or 6 beers a night, and these are half-liter beers.
Kegs and eggs.
Dude, Jesus.
Bro,
is the best. That is the best, dude.
I have 5 crates of empty bottles downstairs I gotta return. Because in Germany, you get you pay a deposit.
Yeah,
right? 5 crates, and there's half-liter beers. Each crate holds 20 beers. I got 100 empty bottles downstairs from the last month. Like
from the last month,
like month and a half ish, right? Like, dude,
when you drink, do you even like? Hold on, do you drink every night?
I was, yeah, like for sure. There might have been a night or two where I just didn't drink because I was.
When you wake up, do you not feel hungover?
No, not really.
Or you do?
At one point,
yeah.
Used to it. Like
no, yeah.
I usually drank like I really. Like it's not 6 beers, but I probably had like as much alcohol with my whiskey like every night. I really liked my whiskey.
I don't really drink any liquor anymore right now. But the thing is, it's 6 beers, but that's 3 liters of beer.
Yeah.
I used to be like
of beer.
More beers, but then I switched to more liquor because less calories. That's like
really.
I feel like liquor is more alcoholic, but beer is like non-alcoholic.
Well, it's like espresso versus coffee.
Dude, that really is what it is. Like I like some liquor. Like if you got a good like sipping whiskey or something like that, I can do it. But I'd rather just have an ice cold beer and just chill, bro, and not like I don't know. It's just easier.
I mean, it is easier, but I like the less calories. I get more of a buzz going, a little faster.
I feel like if I'm worried about calories and drinking, like why am I drinking?
Yeah,
because I kind of wanted a buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with a lot of guys that be like, I only drink, clear liquors because I got to stay fit.
It works out.
Yeah,
he would only drink gin.
Okay, gin is gross, dude. That's just pine.
Dry, literally gin and tonic. That's all he would drink.
Pine sap.
This guy was also like a trained killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a train. He was like, he's like, hey,
choice for that.
he's like, I drink it because it's low cal. He's like, I only need 3 things. He's like, I gotta be able to do my job, look good naked, and be able to last more than 15 minutes during sex.
That's it.
He's like those. I was just like, he's like, so I drink gin and tonic.
Put that on the fucking
Yeah.
poster.
Bro, I was
That guy
just
is
like,
James. That's James
Bro.
Bond right there, bro.
It sounds like James Bond.
dude, he kind of was. I was just like, all right, dude, you know what? Like,
Does he like his
Yeah.
martini shaken, not stad?
but yeah, you know, he was kind of sophisticated. Yeah, he's definitely a little bougie. He's a great dude, but when he told me that, I was like, damn, like, I was like, it was like the 3 rules he lives by, and he's not gonna sacrifice. And he's like, I'm still gonna drink. I'm still gonna enjoy life, but he's like, those are the 3 things I need to be able to do.
Yeah,
I
man,
feel
gets
that,
the job
dude.
done.
You know what? Life, it really is that simple.
He
Yeah.
broke it down for me. I was like, shit.
That's awesome.
I was like, at least I can do my job, I guess. Like, what am I doing? You know?
So did you guys get hit with the keto flu at all?
No.
No, I've already been congested. So if I did, I didn't like.
Yeah.
No, I didn't notice.
I haven't felt really a change, but I do feel the lack of. It's not like a full on like flu symptoms, but I do feel the lack of carbs in my system. Like I kind of am a little more lethargic.
I've done keto a few times, and I've never gotten a keto flu.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I don't know if like maybe I don't know. I can just go without carbs.
I don't think it's more like a flu. I think it's just more like lethargic. Like you're just
you kind of drag
tired
ass a
until
little
you're.
bit.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what, like lately, the last couple of days, man, bro, I feel like I'm not getting amazing sleep, but I wake up and I'm like not tired until like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm also not drinking.
Oh, you know
True.
what?
Usually,
Oh, sorry, go on.
what were you saying?
I was just gonna say that I was at the gym yesterday and I lift more than I usually lifted. It was so weird, dude. I was like, wow, am I really a little stronger all of a sudden?
Yeah, I think you just get more energy, bro. It's a different kind of energy.
I guess so.
It's
but
a
I was
different
like-
type of energy.
I was like benching like 245 like it was nothing.
Yeah, like it really
And the
kind of energy.
the other thing is too is the sleep. I know that for me the sleep changes. Like if you guys, I don't know if you guys snore. Do you guys snore? Has everybody
No.
told you guys snore? Oh,
Nope.
I get told all the
I don't
time I
snore.
snore.
You got sleep apnea?
I only snore if I eat carbs. But then once the carbs go out, and I think this is why, like, you know, like for me, like
You think it's like an
if I was
inflammation
to eat
thing?
yeah, because of the inflammation. And then, you know, like I can't, like when I wake up, I can't wake up. It takes me like 3 hours to wake up during the day, and it's terrible. And then you're just dragging the whole time. But if I don't eat any carbs and I stick on the carnivore diet, I have amazing sleep. I don't snore, and I just wake up feeling like refreshed, and I'm waked up and I'm ready to go. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
the inflammation, and that's another thing too. Is like, I do know, like, say, like, because we were eating or at least I was eating terrible during the holiday season,
Bro.
Yeah.
I surprisingly did not eat that terrible, but when those like pigs in the blanket gets wheeled out, dude, I fucking I stuffed myself with that shit.
Pigs in a blanket is so
so good.
fire.
It's so good. It's so good.
God.
It's so stupid how good that is.
Yeah,
But
I ate
like
That's
the
deviled eggs. Let's go.
But the third day, like when you're on carnivore and your body is like, all right, you're not getting any carbs, it just releases like, all the water. Like, I mean, my workout, I did like a warm up and I was just drenched in sweat. Then I would go and run and I would just be drenched in sweat because it's like all that water weight wants to just get out of me because it was holding on because of the inflammation. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, for me, I go like the reason why like I eat the way that I eat is because like the pain, like the suffering from just regular food that other people enjoy is like I can't enjoy it like that because my body just shuts down. It's so terrible. It's horrible.
You might have like some autoimmune thing going on.
I do
man.
for sure.
Have you ever decided
I do.
To check that out?
we all have it. I feel like everybody. I feel like most people in the Buchanan line have it. We all got it.
Is it like a celiac thing, or
That's
like you think it's a gluten?
It's not like a gluten or a celiac. Or it might be like
have like
something around the
little
celiacs.
Because you have like lactose intolerance too, don't you?
Dude, yeah, but it's just like every like.
I feel like you got all of it and I got none of it.
Dude, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I got none of this shit.
I got none of this shit, dude. Food is nothing but good to me. Like, if I drink like, half of a gallon of whole milk, yeah, I'm gonna feel it, but that's it. I
gotta drink a lot of milk.
Yeah.
Bro, if I got to, I'll put down a pint of ice cream easy. And I'll feel great about it.
I'll feel like gross, but I'll feel like I'm
no,
sweaty pig.
I feel accomplished.
But like,
bro, like
I feel like
pasta, anything, any food. No,
God, I can eat so much pasta. I can put away. It's just like nonstop, nonstop.
Easy.
I can't make enough pasta for dinner.
Yeah, like how they say like lactose intolerance is like kind of like a white people thing.
Is it?
No, it's a black people thing.
Lactose intolerance. Yeah. It's not really that white people have it because of just the whole like cultural civilization thing from like the very beginning of drinking like cow's milk and shit. So
yeah, there's like more like they've developed more of a genetic process for it, right? Yeah.
So like I get people asking me if I'm lactose intolerant because of it. I'm just like, fuck no, dude. Fuck no, dude. I'm best of both worlds, baby.
I think most people are. I think like 8% people are. They're just not aware of it.
I know a lot of people develop it as they get older.
Yeah.
I know that could be a thing.
Dude,
but
I mean, a glass of milk has been like helping my sweet tooth.
Like I do know for me, like
yeah.
I do know for me, like if I eat foods that I shouldn't eat, like bread and stuff like that, or processed food, it puts me down. Like it puts me down. Like I'm sleeping for like 5, 6, 7 hours. Like as soon as I eat it, it's so bad. And I mean, it used to happen to me all the time when I was a kid. Like I would.
I've never had that problem.
Dude, we had like Burger King like once a week.
Once a week? That's nothing. Shit, I feel like we were having it like 4 or 5 times a week sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially as I got older, my mom's like, I'm not cooking. I was like, all right, I guess we're going to Burger King. What do you guys want?
That was the place, man. I put you down, dude. Like the only thing when I ate fast food, it's not that it put me down. It was just I hated myself for eating fast food.
Yeah, I just feel weird.
Really?
After eating. Well, wait. Okay, let me. Certain fast foods, bro. I can go to Chick-fil-A any day and just feel the grace of God flowing through that chicken nugget.
Grace of God,
dude. To me, Chick-fil-A and Hardee's will always be like close to me. Those are the two places.
Yeah, Hardee's, man.
Hardee's is delicious, dude. How are you gonna go to college in Southern Virginia and not like get into the Hardee's cult?
We only had one Hardee's, and it was like barely even open.
Yeah, that's how Hardee's works.
Yeah, Hardee's was.
You've seen that Chappelle Show episode when he did that training video with the copy place? That's the Hardee's training video. I swear to God, it is.
Because fuck you. It's like I think when I was in college, I went to Hardee's twice. The whole time I was in Blacksburg. Like I guarantee it was only twice. I can only remember going once.
All the time. Hardee's was my favorite. I get that Frisco burger.
Nah, bro. Wendy's is where it was at, where we were.
Dude, when they got
spicy chicken nuggets, are you kidding me? You know how many times I had Brendan drive us to Wendy's and we were hammered in the back seat? Are you kidding me?
I'm not surprised.
So many times. So many times.
Surprised by that.
So many times we made that man drive us down to Wendy's.
When they came out with like the sea salt fries, like in like it was 2010 or 2011. Then I went to Hardee's a lot for that thing. And then
Wendy's,
had that like, the 89-cent beef burrito, cheesy bean burrito. Had that all the time. I survived the summer with that.
The big thing when I was in college, at least, was when we finally got a Cookout. When Cookout got there, that changed the game. You ever had Cookout?
No.
Oh my God, you didn't live in the South then. You didn't live in the South.
I mean, I went to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I love Cracker Barrel. And Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Hold
on, though.
I like
Hold on.
Bojangles. I thought it was pretty good.
Biscuit.
You
Oh,
guys-
you know that grease ain't been changing years. It's amazing.
No, never.
Have you guys ever seen that those the comedy things with the black people going to Crackle Barrel and they're taking like black and white photos and sticking it up and they're pretending to be slaves or something? They're like, hey, that's my ancestor. Man.
That's not real. That's not real. I haven't seen that. That's hilarious. I can't believe we're talking about this when we're on the carnivore diet, bro. I'm getting cravings. What are we doing to ourselves?
I'm low key a foodie too, but I mean, like, I can only eat food like
God.
once
No,
every 2
he's
weeks.
douchey.
Yeah.
Man, cooking
I mean,
I'm
I'm a
a two
foodie.
fucking states.
North Carolina and Virginia, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I want to try some of those like monster challenges.
Wait,
food.
no, there was a cookout in Georgia.
I'm looking at their locations, and it's just like North Carolina, Virginia.
No way, because I remember when I was in Augusta, they had a cookout because I walked down there. It was in a sketchy part of town, and I got
in
all.
Augusta.
Yeah, Augusta is pretty sketch. God, yeah. So here's my thing though with the food, right? I think, like, I like the carnivore. To me, it's a good kickstart. I would rather go keto, I think, just from a variety standpoint than anything else. Like, I like having the occasional fruit and vegetable. Like, to me, that would like satiate my like need for like variety and like have a little bit of like dark chocolate. Like, I'm cool with like the no sugar thing. Like, yeah, like once in a while, like have a cookie or something. But like when I did keto, bro, I used to eat just like dark chocolate. It would be like a little bit of coffee and some dark chocolate after like dinner or something. And it like was good to go.
Yeah.
You know, when I lived in California, that's what I did.
I would like I started on keto, and then like once keto progressed, you just when you start cutting out more things that didn't make you as sick, you just end up on carnivore. And so so it's just I mean it's understandable. I mean, like, even still to this day, I mean, like, to me, carnivore is not like it's not like a religion. I don't live or die by it. I just know like 90% of the time I know what I'm
I think
eating.
I think it's also one of those things where like you almost need to do it like once a year just to like reset your body. It doesn't even have to be for a full month. It could be like 2 weeks, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, for sure.
You know,
and like
whiskey.
when it comes down to it, everybody's body is different. Like you don't know. But it's good to see like having an elimination diet to see like, oh, you stay away from certain foods as you start adding foods back in. You're like, oh, this food is making my intake, or oh, this food is making me sleepy. Oh, this is starting to make me, it brings some type of self-awareness to your body. So it's it's gonna be interesting. I want to see how you guys handle it. I'm curious about it. Like, I know it's gonna be hard because there's no pain. Like, you guys had no pain or suffering towards the food that you eat now, so it's kind of like less motivating. You know what I mean?
it is less motivating. Yeah, it's like there's the only goal is like either like you said, like weight loss or just to see if you can do it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I got to get my body right.
I'm
right.
I'm trying to do both because like last year, I already know for a fact carbs make me fat. So less carbs, the more toned I look. But I kind of went overboard last year with the carbs, and I'm just trying to reset on that. That's all.
Yeah, I need to just stop drinking and just get rid of sugar, bro.
Who told you needed to stop drinking? That's a lie.
Me. I was just like, God.
Do they have zero
Is
sugar?
fucking crazy though.
It's a lot,
zero
dude.
Sugar alcohol,
little
zero
crazy.
sugar beer.
Well, there's not a lot. So it's just there's not a lot of sugar in beer. It's just like, they use it to like feed the yeast and stuff. So there's like a little bit, but like it's just all carbs, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was drinking,
or zero
like
carb.
Yeah, they got that.
Ultra.
God,
that's not alcoholic beer,
bro. Like I don't.
Ultra's not alcoholic.
Let me go and get a Michelob.
It's like the Heineken Zero that they're pushing all the time. Like, this is gross, dude. Like, if you need beer just to taste beer, like what are you doing with your life? They have that hot water too.
I never
Like, no, dude, I want to, bro. I need a buzz. Like, I'm drinking beer because I like the taste, but I also want the feeling.
You can also go. You know what? There's also White Claw. You know, I think that's still going on.
I love White Claw. I'm not gonna lie. I can put down some White Claws, especially when I'm on the water.
I
feel like
when I'm on the water,
judged if you drink White Claw,
dude. I can never get a buzz going. I can like
for,
crush 20
for White Claw.
No buzz. Yeah,
bro. I like the what's the other one?
High Noon.
High Noons are legit. High Noons are good.
They're not.
You know they're good because they're like colored, like because of like they actually use like fruit and stuff, and it's not just clear.
I don't know what it is, but like,
true.
When an alcoholic drink or like a beer is flavored, I just can't get a buzz off of them.
So you don't really do good with seltzer, right? Is that what you're saying?
I can't get a buzz off them. No matter, I can crush 20 in like 2-3 hours,
and you're good to go.
No buzz,
and you're good to go.
I'm still doing everything, dude. My day, I can go to work.
Bro, I mean, I like seltzers. Like they're just a nice, easy. They got those. They got those new seltzers that are like 8%. There's like 8% seltzers,
dude. Hold on, they got some seltzers, dude. They got seltzers here. They're called like white water, bro. 15%. No, they're not expensive. They're like $10 for 4 of them. They're like 50%. All you need is one. All you need is one, two. You're not. No, dude.
15% is a lot, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Well, because they're not really a seltzer or a beer. They're just a pre-made cocktail.
But they sell it in a can. You take one, you drink one, then two, and you're like.
I still say bring back the old Four Loko. Like let's just go, bro.
What I mean, like, what was the because they put caffeine in it? That was the problem.
It was so much caffeine and so much alcohol. Yeah. People were so what happened is
because of the Four Loko challenge, right? Wasn't that a problem?
There was a.
I mean, that's what was killing people.
But I feel like that was when it.
And then it became like they got banned. And so I remember hearing about the ban in college, and we all went to the store and came back with like crates of Four Loko because they were selling like 25 cents a pop. Yeah,
because they had to get rid of them. But the whole thing was, it was because you would drink so many, and because of the caffeine, you would hit. You know, your body would typically pass out, and you would just push through it. And people were dying of like crazy alcohol poisoning because your body had no way of like shutting it down.
We used to have freedoms in this country.
Bro, yeah, free. I remember when it was free.
But I remember like people would be like, "Yo, we're doing the Four Loko challenge. That means we're drinking for 4 Locos." Dude, that would
I did that challenge and went right into Edward 40 hands.
Oh yeah, what a great game!
And then I did a keg stand doing it.
Man. Dude, when you do a cake stand doing Edward 40 hands, you know it's a good night.
It's a great night.
No, it's gonna be a horrible morning. What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm not here for the morning. I'm here for the night.
Dude, it was like
what are you talking about?
I woke up and went to work the next day.
Bro.
I had a great time.
Or you hair of the dog. That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for. It sounds gross, you know, when you're hungover. But dude, it fixes you right up.
It does, man. Pour a little bit of beer in your Cheerios, dude. It will clean you up.
A quick shot of like Everclear, you're good to go.
Yeah, no, you guys are alcoholics. There's no way,
bro. That's why I'm abstaining.
You have to channel your inner Buchanan, dude. We come from a long line of alcoholics, bro.
Bro, it's.
I mean, like. I'll drink, but then the next day is completely.
Let me tell you what. This is when I knew I was like getting a little out of control here. It was like literally one night I had like 8 beers, and I woke up the next morning feeling okay. I was like, I gotta stop drinking. Like I was like, this is not good.
Dude, like, there was a time I would crush like half a bottle of Jack, and I would wake up okay.
Yeah, but like I will say, the beer here is like there's the German purity laws for beer. Like I think the beer just metabolizes better because there's just less shit in it. Yeah. And it's like, you know, I mean, it's still like 5.5%, 6%, 6.5%, depending on what beer you get. But for whatever reason, man, I can just pound these things. I mean, pound them all day.
You know what though? Like Germany definitely has more stricter laws for their food and drink stuff.
Oh,
You know
all
what
of
I
Europe
mean?
does, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
this
I
is
mean, like they're
the one thing I miss from the US is the food. I know we put some shit in our food. It tastes so much better.
You need that lard, that just fist of Crisco in your food.
Bro, I mean, like there is a reason America has such a diverse and beautiful food culture. Is we're willing to fucking eat anything.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Like me. I'm willing
Yeah,
to
like
eat
you
anything.
foodies. I'm a foodie, you know.
Dude, you should check out
I'm
my
a
Yelp
foodie.
account.
But what I was saying is like in
I
Deutschland,
don't have one.
you know, they probably you know, it's more like their drink. You could probably metabolize it better because
yeah, well, they have like
chemicals
purity
and stuff
laws
in it.
in their beer. Like beer is like
Yeah.
a national staple and stuff. And actually, a lot of countries have like purity laws and stuff.
They've had them for centuries.
Yeah, like it's very important to them. And man, let me yeah, like you know, for Halloween we gave out like Reese's peanut butter cups because you can't buy them in Europe, but we can buy.
What did you give out?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
You can't get Reese's peanut butter cups and
Yeah,
Really?
you can't. Yeah, they don't sell them out here.
wow. So you guys are
Bro.
like,
Yo, they were loving it. They were like, "Oh man, I heard about these." And I'm like,
About these. The legend is true.
Hey. hey, I told my one friend that from Germany where you live. He says you live in France. He was like, yeah, that's near France.
I'm like 2 hours from
Yeah,
France.
he's not far.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah, I
drove to
didn't know
Strasbourg.
that.
Yeah, we're rig. So I'm like southern, southwestern Germany.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
one of my best friends grew up in Stuttgart, but she considered herself French.
That's weird.
He
Her
he
parents-
just came back and brought a whole bunch of Kinder. Is that what it's
Kinder
called?
egg?
Kinder?
Kinder
Yeah.
the Kinder Surprise or whatever.
Kinder, yeah, we call them Kinder eggs. Yeah,
They're fire, bro.
They're banned.
yeah,
They're
they are
fire.
banned. Yeah, they're banned in the States.
You can get like the
They're
Dum
banned in
Dums
Germany?
and-
No, they're
No,
banned in the States
How are they banned in the
because
States?
of the toys on the inside. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, dude.
We'll
Children.
ban the toys, but not.
I will say the candy out here is pretty good. Like for the most part, you know, like chocolate's a big thing. Like
It can't be.
Switzerland's
They can't have Reese's.
like-
That's
I know.
crazy. That
Well, because
they don't
peanut
have
butter is an
Reese's.
American thing, bro.
Is it really? Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
fire,
Invented in
dude.
America.
Yeah, it's expensive out here. Like regular peanut butter out here is expensive. It's all imported. Like it's
Cat is
expensive.
spazzing behind me.
Let's see that.
Yeah, he's over there. He's over there tearing up that blanket.
My Ravens blanket's a sign.
Yeah, they said I just looked. It said the Ravens are favored by 10 points against the Steelers.
10 points, bro. More like 30.
More like 30.
So what's going on in Canada? What happened to that guy, their prime minister?
Trudeau resigned.
Yeah. I mean, his government was
what's-
kind of collapsing under.
Yeah, there was a
A
lot
lot of-
of resignations going on.
Yeah.
It was
like-
a matter of time. I mean, like he's been in office a long time.
9 years. He's been prime minister for like 9 years, dude.
Yeah.
He's also a nepo
Can that-
baby. His dad was the prime minister
Yeah.
back in the day.
Big nepo
Oh.
baby. Just
Yeah.
like the neoliberal poster child of Canada, you know, just business as usual, status quo, normal things like, you know, a little bit of economics going on.
Well,
Their whole
what
thing
made
is
him
like-
so bad?
I mean, there's like it depends on who you ask and what side of the spectrum you're on.
Yeah.
That's really like it just depends, you know.
What side of the spectrum are you on?
He's a lefty. He's like a center lefty.
I would call him more of a liberal than a lefty, but yeah.
Yeah. I would say center left. He's like center left. But like, kind of gave into like some, more like they're very politically correct, like a lot of that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Like,
the woke
yeah.
ideology guy. Is he a woke ideology?
I mean, just
Yeah,
yeah,
and,
like
like-
Trudeau blackface.
Oh my god, yeah. I saw some tweet that like did he leave on a magic carpet?
It's like,
Oh,
He's the
man.
Yeah. He got busted. Yeah, he got busted for doing blackface in college and stuff. And
yeah.
had some like mea culpa, like, oh my god, like what was I thinking? And then
just a spoiled rich kid, man. That
he really is. Like he was a spoiled rich kid, and he got into politics because it's the family biz.
Yep.
And he was like, I think he was the youngest prime minister of Canada ever. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And he pretty much rode on just milquetoast politics and just a really good looking face, I guess.
Yeah, that's really what it was, right? And
He's
like
like the Gavin Newsom of Canada.
But here, all right. So here's my thing, right? All right.
He is pretty much Gavin.
Canada's prime minister went down. France government collapsed. Syria's government got taken over. What's going on in the world?
Syria.
Like this all happened within a month.
yeah, it's been an interesting month. It's gonna be an interesting year, bro. It's gonna be an interesting. I think just this year is gonna really like set the tone.
I mean,
for like 100 years or something. Like, what do you
Bro.
mean to tell?
I mean, it depends
Please
if
explain.
we actually
Please
expand our
explain.
territorial gains and how much allies we alienate.
It's gonna be interesting. Like I know they're like saying that. I know the Greenland thing started in jest, but bro, he might be serious about that.
I always thought he was serious about it. Greenland.
Greenland
U.S. has been trying to acquire Greenland for 100 years.
Yeah, I mean the U.S. has tried to like, hey, it's in the Western Hemisphere. It should be ours. Like literally, that
What?
there's like,
But
Every chance to take in World War II too. But again,
Yeah.
What's the
well, yeah, the
significance?
Danes like abandoned it.
But what's the significance about having Greenland? That makes zero sense.
Strategic-
What's there?
You're strategic sense. You're in the center between America and Europe. You can control
Yep.
the Atlantic if you prop up a shit ton of bases in Greenland. Like, you will own the Atlantic, and not to mention economic wise, Greenland has gold mines. They have boundless resources, just like the Canadian Yukon. Another reason.
Yeah, it's
why I
just,
would want
it's
to-
just under snow and ice.
Yeah.
Like,
But is
Greenland
Greenland
doesn't really have the resources to get those resources, but we certainly.
yeah.
is Greenland part of NATO?
No, it's part of Denmark. Like it's owned by
Ah.
Denmark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it falls
colony.
under the Kingdom of Denmark. So it's
They're self-governing, but they're still a colony.
yeah, they're like how yeah, exactly. They're like kind of how Canada was for a long time.
Yeah, they're like how Puerto Rico is.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, because isn't he talking about also trying to get Panama Canal?
I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, the whole Panama Canal thing is a little interesting. I don't know. And then I heard today that he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Thank God.
Yeah, I woke up to that too.
I woke up
I
to
was
that. I woke up to that, and I texted a couple of the political groups I'm in. I'm like, thank God he's really working for. He's really taking these American matters head first. This will put
Yeah.
food on my table.
I can't
But
remember what
the-
else he said.
What do you think
Canada
is good?
as a state? That's another one
Yeah.
they've been saying.
That was pretty funny.
Elon
When he
Musk-
was like
What?
the governor of Canada, when he's been calling Trudeau the governor of Canada. It was so funny,
the first
dude.
states, like he's
So
been doing more than
disrespectful.
that. Elon Musk is trying to overthrow the British government. It's been pretty wild.
Yeah, it's we live in a wild time, man.
Wild time. Peace.
And then,
by the way.
now Facebook is saying, "Hey, we're all about free speech now."
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, we're not censoring anymore."
They're moving.
Like,
They're moving the
Yep.
content team from San Francisco to Austin, which is San Francisco of the South. So big changes there.
it's just a little less wokey. you know.
Austin is pretty much San Francisco.
Yeah,
Man, that's
right.
crazy.
And yeah, so and also they're getting rid of fact checkers. They're going to do a community notes policy
They
on
added
Facebook.
and they added a new board director on Meta, Dana White.
Dana White, yeah, Dana White's on the
Whoa.
board. of Meta. Yeah, dude.
When you
What's the Dana White know about?
Board of
do you
directors
know-
don't need to know anything. They're just there to advise for like it could be anything. Like a board of directors doesn't have to bring any real skills. They usually bring wasta and influence. Like that's all they bring.
So
This is
so
just
I'm
the way
saying,
the
all right.
winds are
Like, how
blowing,
about
man.
this? How about all right? So let's say this, right? Say Trump does his 4 years. We put in a Democratic president. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg will go back and switch over to the left side? Be like, hey, I'm going back to California. We're gonna start editing.
I don't think he'll go
Start
back to
censoring
California
more.
because of the taxes, but yeah, I would say he would.
But I'm
do
just
so.
saying-
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't they?
But what I'm saying is he
think-
really just
well,
waving whenever
no,
the president is?
No. So I think it really depends on. I think they got a lot of backlash. He's obviously there's something that happened financially where they're like, we need to adjust, right? There's something there where like they finally saw some like they're like, oh shit, like they're either losing subscribers or ads or whatever, and Trump wins. There was a big push for like, hey, it was because of this, and this, censoring and
shit,
traditional. And then like hearing Mark Zuckerberg use the term legacy media, I'm like, oh, dude, he's all in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's all in.
He's all in. And he stayed really out of politics this last election cycle. Like he really did not. All he said was like when Trump was saying, "Oh, that was badass." That was all he said. Because I think they kind of got their dick stumped in a little bit after the last election. They got really bad publicity at the end of the day. Whether it affected anything, it doesn't matter because it was bad publicity for them.
I mean,
I think the energy is changing. It's so weird.
To me,
it's the status quo is changing though.
Yeah, but
it is.
Is it for good or for bad though?
I don't know. We have to wait and see because like
I feel like things are getting a little more stupid.
I mean, we're slowly making our way into idiocracy.
Yeah,
like, it's bro,
I mean, we live in a stupid world. People are stupid.
We have more people are getting radicalized, whether it be left or right. But at this point, the right is where all the money is. So,
yeah, dude, bro, the right is. I mean, if anybody's capitalizing on grifting, it's the right. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
like for whatever reason,
It's like a new right too, though, right? Isn't it?
Like a new
type of right.
It's like 100. It's radicalized and reactionary. That's all it is.
It's really whatever Trump says is conservative. Yeah, because
like you said this before. Like Trump is the right. Like
so
whatever this guy is,
whatever he believes in is just what they're gonna be like. Yep, 100%. Think for myself. Fuck you. Like that's how it is.
Always said this. I don't know where this is. How are you surprised? Oh, he said something bad. He was just kidding.
Yeah. Or if they say something they don't agree with, they just ignore it.
No, they don't ignore it.
How many people are going to start saying Gulf of America now?
Scapegoat,
Yeah.
They always throw someone else under the bus. Oh, Trump did this. No, it was the deep state controlling him.
Yeah, the deep state does everything.
It was Vivek.
I mean, but hold on though. Hold on.
It wasn't Trump's idea.
There is a deep state though. I don't know if you call it the deep state or the Illuminati.
I know,
but there
also
is
come up with an amalgamous secret society to cover up my mistakes. It was really them.
There are
I personally
career people that we do not elect that run things.
Like Elon Musk. Didn't he meet with the Iranian president?
No, I'm talking
Italian.
This small
Iranian.
When?
There is a small group of people in the DOD. Everybody used to think it was the CIA, but it's not the CIA. It's a small group in the DOD that run things.
Iran's U.S. ambassador.
But where in the DOD? Like most of those positions of power are all from appointed people.
I'm telling you.
See, here's the thing: when the Secretary of Defense leaves, all the undersecretaries that run the day-to-day stuff, they're all appointed by the president or the Secretary of Defense.
Okay. I understand that. But I'm telling you, there's a small group of people that are in the need to know.
It's not a small group. It's a lot of people.
They're denying our right to knowledge.
They're in that. I mean, I'm just saying, in the need to know. Here's the thing, right? Every intelligence or every intelligent like paper or whatever also comes with a counterintelligence. So, but I am telling you, so you have a president that goes in there for 4 years, but there are career military people. We were warned about this. The military industrial complex. There are people that have.
That's a little different. I would blame Congress for that because they're the ones with the money.
I mean that is,
and they allocate the money, and then it's private industry. I mean, it's not just the DoD; it's everybody.
But and it's a small group of people.
It's not that small. I think
I don't know,
mean, you make it
man.
sound like it's like 8 dudes in a back room jerking each other off.
Saying, like, I'm saying a small group of people, maybe like 200, 100 people.
Bro, I would say
that have been in there.
thousands.
That's been a legacy, though. That's been a legacy. That's been there for like 50, 60 generational years type thing.
I mean, those people, most of those guys are dead or in Congress. So,
and then and it could be both.
Yeah. Or the president right now. So it's cool.
I'm pretty sure they call like Congress people like Millionaires Club or something like that, right?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, in like things like the DOD and all these like big, the State Department and stuff, you need people for continuity. You can't you can't elect everybody. The reason we elect a president and he has the power he has is because you say, all right, whoever you appoint to these positions, hopefully they work for you and you work for us. That's the whole like theoretical idea behind it. But you still need people to staff these agencies, huge agencies, and they have to extend past presidents. So like you need people with expertise who know how to run these things, who know how to navigate Congress. Because you think about it too, Congress, most congressional people outlast the president, especially in the Senate. You know what I mean? The senators run for, they're in office for 6 years and they're in there for multiple terms. 2 Senate terms is 12 years. That's 3 presidential terms. So you need people in these agencies who develops expertise. And eventually they're going to get some kind of authority because the president can't micromanage these people.
Right.
So like, what's the alternative?
Well, what I'm saying is, and I agree with your point, but I'm saying is there are some of these people that have been in their positions for 40, 50 years that we do not appoint, that we do not elect, that have just, because of their expertise, they just keep. And sometimes like these people with even for instance, like my boss, right? Who's been in the casino business for 30 years. Bro, you're old. You don't know what you're talking about. This is 2025. You don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You totally run into that all the time. And you're like, hey, your information is dated, dude. Right?
Dated.
And that's the problem. So I would say the real issue is not about being able to elect people. It's about the president being able to fire people or people being able to be removed from positions that aren't.
But that was the big thing with Trump, though, right?
Yeah.
He said Biden never fired anybody.
Because there's civil. No, but that's different. Those are appointed people he's talking about. Because there's the civil servants that are employed by the government, and then there's the appointed positions that are confirmed by Congress and work at the behest of the president. Those are 2 separate things. Like the guy who works, at Social Security office, a paper guy, he's employed by the government.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not appointed by the president. You know what I mean? It's the people who are employed. And then, so they reach a certain grade level that it's really hard to fire anybody. And then when they go to it's called the senior executive service. That's where there's a little bit more discretion in, hirings and firings and moving them around and stuff like that. But that is, again, your pool's becoming way smaller and there's a lot less of those guys. And most of them are just like, high, they're not they're like high level managers. Like they're managing at times, like tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Point people. But they like, even though like those small pool of people, they have been there like 30, 40 years. That people.
Well, they've been 30, 40 years in like the Department of Defense, but they're not in that position for 30 or 40 years. You're
right, but they keep moving up. But once they get to that peak level, I'm saying is they make those, decisions. Like everything trickles down from what they say. Like whatever their word is, that's what people will do. And they use
it can be because they're your boss and like they write your evaluation and like whatever. But there also hits a point where like it becomes a person appointed by the president. And all they're doing, those people in those positions are carrying out what the White House tells them to carry out. Now, you could say if they go against the White House, right, because of like maybe they have a moral objection or something, or they just like, hey, that's not how this is done, or we're going to outlast this guy, so F it. Those are like 2 different scenarios. Most of the people are just out there like the guidance comes down, it hits a certain level, and then like you hit a point where the president can't appoint 5,000 people every time they get elected. It's just impossible.
Yeah, no, that is understandable. But what I'm talking about is the people that have been in that situation for like 30, 50 years in the DOD that have that experience, that are low key calling the shots on what people can and can't say, people can and can't do.
But most of the time, those people are just carrying out what is already pushed down. Like the DOD is a little bit different because there's certain authorities that go with either being military or the Secretary of Defense and certain undersecretaries of defense and certain positions. But at the end of the day, they all answer to SecDef, who then answers to POTUS. So, right, like you could say that maybe there's not enough turnover. But I mean, I've worked with so many of these people at some of those high levels, and honestly, they're just like, whatever the White House says, like, that's just what we got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I think the stuff that people are talking about is like from the 40s and 50s and 60s, where like some of these agencies, like, we're talking, J. Edgar Hoover kind of guys, where they have their own agenda and they're blackmailing presidents, right? Because they have the power, the authority. You don't see that because like we've reformed so much.
I hold on. I disagree with you on that one. I think that stuff is still happening today. Look at Epstein. That's what he did with our president, right? He blackmailed our president. That was just a couple years.
They said he was working for Mossad. They didn't say he worked for the U.S. They said he was working for Israel.
Okay.
That's two different things. That's not deep state.
He was but he was
that's
still
a foreign intelligence service trying to blackmail somebody. But that's not our country. You know what I mean? That's not director of CIA trying to blackmail Biden because he doesn't need to be blackmailed. The dude's dead.
But yeah, no, I agree. They have been saying there probably are some rogue factions.
I just think people want there to be rogue factions because it sounds cool and it gives them something to be pissed off about.
I don't see. I mean,
the deep state has been the biggest scapegoat, especially on the right lately, of just all the hurdles of Trump or his ilk or whatever. They always want to blame the deep state. It's so confusing,
but before
No,
because listen, before Trump even got into the office or even in the political spectrum, it was called the Illuminati, right? Career people. That's, I swear to God, career people that run things. And I mean, like, this is true. I mean, like, the CIA, they had the Mockingjay or Mockingbird, right, where they were paying off all these the legacy media people. I said legacy, but all like the media people to report to them or whatever, to say what they had to say. That's why it was all like the same. It was all, I forget what it was called. It was called like Mockingbird or something. Operation Mockingbird, which was true. It was in the church in the 1975.
Exactly. In 1975. That's what I'm saying. Is everybody is taking a snapshot in time where these agencies were doing crazy shit because there was no law.
Right.
The law came out of them doing shit, and people were like, "You can't do that." Right?
But you're talking about people that
those people are all dead. They're all dead.
Listen, I know that. Listen. It doesn't. Okay, how about this? Right? Laws are different for everybody. Laws are subjective. If you're rich, if you're massively rich, laws are different for you. It's the same thing with these agencies. They don't care. I mean, like, look at the NSA. Like, it was illegal to spy on their own, spy on us.
Yeah,
but they do it anyway. But the laws, these people, these agencies, they don't look at laws the same as like we look at them.
Well, one, there are different kinds of laws because those laws don't apply to you. It doesn't matter, right? And also, some of the things that judge a lot of these agencies are actually more of executive orders. They're not laws passed by Congress.
Okay.
So an executive order can be rescinded at any time, right?
So like probably in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, was that executive ordered?
No, there was nothing. That was the thing. The 50, 60, there was no laws because they were so new. Nobody knew what they were. Read the Puzzle Palace. Read Puzzle Palace.
Okay, I will. But I think it's kind of naive to think that just because like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s that it just completely stopped.
I didn't say it completely. I'm saying things changed, right? And they're always anything, especially when you're talking about the Intel community, they're always going to look for the gray space to operate because they want to have the edge.
Right.
They want to have the edge. And and then when they get slapped, like, okay, we can't do that anymore. Like that's now illegal. We can't do that. I will say, yeah, or they'll find ways around it to make it legal.
When you're talking about these, I mean, these people have like the high end, like, dude, like CIA, they have license to kill, bro. I mean, like nothing is illegal to them.
Nothing. Well, they're not killing in the United States.
I'm not saying that.
They have, but also there are laws that govern that and give them the authority to do that. So it is legal.
Yeah, they got the license.
But isn't that the kind of? I think that's the kind of fight now that some of these agencies have no oversight. They claim they have oversight. There is no oversight because because
Congress is dropping the ball. Congress is supposed to provide the oversight.
But how can they oversight if the program doesn't exist?
No, well, that's the thing is like they got to be read into them, but they got to know what to be read into. You can only be read into so much stuff.
But I know, and I get
really what you're saying is kind of there's a bureaucracy. So what happens is they create these programs, right? They become their need to know, their special access, or whatever you want to call them. And then what happens
would that make that program illegal?
No, it doesn't make it illegal because they're built within a legal framework. Just because that's the thing, right? And so what they'll do is they'll build them and they'll say, all right, it's not mature enough to tell anybody about yet because it hasn't reached its goal. Right. And so, or if they do brief them on it, like that's fine, right? Like a lot of this stuff is coming out because of like the UAP stuff is being like, oh, there was no oversight, because most of that stuff wasn't real. They weren't real programs.
Okay.
So like, how can you have oversight of a program when it's just Lou Elizondo pretending to read things about like UAPs?
You know, I'm pretty sure but see, that was the thing, right? They had evidence and proof that there was a crash retrieval program,
which is
make
fine.
it up. Yeah, but I mean, it is fine,
you know. And then at the end of the day, like if the president knew about it, is he really even going to admit that he knew about it?
I mean, I don't know.
Just because you don't see the oversight doesn't mean it's not happening.
But what if but you said like the Congress is dropping the ball, right?
They are dropping the ball, right? Because what they did for a long time is they allowed these agencies and cabinet level departments govern themselves. So the oversight is now inside of them. And so Congress is now mad that they don't have oversight because they said that's our constitutional duty.
But here's the thing, right? If they're allowed to govern themselves, is there a potential that one of them can go rogue?
I think rogue's a strong word. I would say they would maybe operate out of the confines of what people would find palatable because they're trying to get ahead of things. And then when Congress comes and slaps them down, then they move on and they don't dwell on that kind of stuff. They don't have time.
Okay, yeah, okay. Rogue
because usually what they're doing is not. I'm saying what they do is usually not illegal. It's just not written in law.
It's not written in law. Okay, but see, that's the thing, right? It's like if they govern themselves, there is no legal or illegal. They're going to do whatever's necessary to them.
No, they're going to operate with what they can operate with.
I just disagree with you on that one. I just don't.
But you've also never worked in any of that stuff.
This is true.
So this is true. But you have zero firsthand experience. All your stuff is second or third hand. It's all anecdotal, right? There's some things, right? Like you could talk about the Snowden leaks with NSA, and what NSA will say, hey, it was all metadata. You know, at the time, nobody owned metadata. And yeah, they were collecting it, but it wasn't being used to target a U.S. person, right? And then they came out with all these regulations because of all that stuff. and now it's even harder to go after. So their argument was, how are we supposed to track a terrorist if they come into the U.S. if we can't collect on things in the U.S.?
Right. I get what you're saying.
And then there's the wall. Well, and then there's the interagency fight where it's like, you think I'm going to trust the FBI? Like it becomes that petty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying because, like, you know, they could.
That's
be
their
so
argument,
far
whether or not it was
cutting
legal or
edge.
not. They operate in the gray space until they can't anymore. That's just how they operate, because that's the only way they. And also, usually when they're doing something, it's because something's so new.
That's what I'm saying. They're so cutting edge that, like, nobody.
There's no law
like,
written
not
about
even
it.
in the.
Yeah.
And
then they're like, hey, well, you know what? That is an invasion of privacy, or that does break a civil right. And now they're like, all right. And then they legislate.
But that's the thing, though. Operating in gray space, there is no legal, there is no illegal. It's just whatever that needs to get done gets done.
Yeah, it happens.
No, and I mean, that's understandable. But with that being said, if there's no oversight, there is a potential that something could go either.
Yeah, I will say I think there's way more oversight than people admit to from Congress.
And I mean, like, now
because
that
they use it as a political.
Now
capital.
that you say that, I agree on that one. You're right. There's probably more oversight.
You gotta see Congress as like a theater sometimes. People are just auditioning and playing their parts, man. So if it's convenient to deny oversight, it's
easy for them to say, "Oh, I didn't know about that. Nobody told me about that." It's
possible
like also
deniability.
Well, it's not only that. It's like most of the people who are on, like, you know, the Senate Select Committee for Intelligence or the House Select Committee for Intelligence, they're read into almost everything that they can be read into. As long as they have they got to get a clearance still, right? You know, there's some people that just don't qualify for, and I mean, they're not usually on the committees, but then the people you usually hear about, like, saying, "Hey, we didn't know about this," aren't on those committees, and those committees can't talk about them anyway because it's needed to know.
My thing is, though, is like, why is everything just so like need to know? Like, everything is just it is.
That's how you protect secrets.
I get it, but I mean, like, it's so crazy because like it's just I feel like it could be destructive in its own way.
Oh, it can be. Yeah.
Right?
100%. We run into this all the time where it's like, hey, so-and-so is, how come nobody's using this thing? It's like, well, nobody knows about it because it's so compartmentalized. How are we supposed to know that even exists or to ask for things like that? You know what I mean? Like, people they build things in buckets.
Yeah, it's got to the point where, like,
stovepiping is real. It's real.
Yeah. It is. And the one guy, the one CIA, not the spy, but the other one, the one that leaked the torturing in Guantanamo Bay. He was saying, like, when he was tasked, though, to talk about, like, do something in Guantanamo Bay, they had all the intelligence agency sat down while he wrote, like, the paper, and they all, like, sat and agreed with the paper. Every intelligence. There was like 17 of them that sat at the table.
I think there's 17 now. Wait, who was this?
Not the spy with not Andrew Bustamante or whatever. Yeah, him. It was the other guy with the gray hair. The guy that was the whistleblower for the torturing in Guantanamo Bay.
It wasn't Guantanamo Bay. You're talking about Jack Kiriakou or John Kiriakou, right? Or whatever his name is. The guy who went to prison.
Yeah, it's John Kiriakou.
Yeah.
What was he? The
no, he whistleblowed on some like on some of the enhanced interrogation techniques and stuff, but it wasn't Gitmo. It was something else.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah. It's John Kiriakou. Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was one of the guys who ended up at Guantanamo Bay.
Right.
It wasn't.
I mean, like,
yeah.
But what I was getting at is that they sat down. Even though they sat down, though, they probably still, like, the stovepiping is probably, and I mean, like, you hear this all the time. Like, people are like, "Yo, we're wasting money simply because everybody's doing the same project.
Yeah,
not
there's
talking.
redundancy. Oh, dude, communication is terrible. It's terrible, bro. And like it is a known issue, and it's like so hard to fix, right? Because here's the thing: these people get money, and they don't want to lose the money because then they have jobs, they have a mission, they can do stuff. The last thing you're ever going to find is a government agency who says, "Oh, I need less money." You know what I mean? Like it keeps the wheels turning, it keeps people employed, it keeps people doing stuff.
So then,
I'm not saying I don't agree with it. I think
no, I know.
You need like an efficiency.
It just is what it is.
But it
is
yeah,
what it is.
It is. I mean, literally, at the end, there's accounting, and then there's government accounting, right? You will start getting to the end of a fiscal year, and they're like, "We got to spend our money. We got to spend the money. We're not going to get it next year." Like that's an issue, is not spending money because it's allocated, which is crazy to me. Crazy, but it is what it is.
I want to know about like the intelligence agencies that we don't know. There's got to be like another one that we just don't even know about. I bet you there's a couple of them.
Secret CIA, CIA 2.
Probably, bro. Like Chris is laughing because he's like, dude, I'm telling you, there are, man. There's agencies that we don't even know about. So secret. Everything is so secret, so in the shadows. Like what? I mean, it's just so like, I get it. Like I get it. I understand. I think the reason why though it's such a big thing is because we're in war, man. Like that's the problem. It's like we're literally in war. We don't even know it. Like and you know what though? A lot of people said the reason why some of this like UAP things are coming out is because high-end government people need to recruit people. If people don't think these exist, then how can they recruit people? Yeah. And I think they say like they need to start recruiting people because the stove piping and the compartment thing is so bad that you can't get nowhere.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like the military has like a recruiting issue, right? It's because they're so jaded by the last 20 years of war, where people are like, "Oh, I'm not going." I see people coming out of that war. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like that's a real issue. Where like in the beginning of GWAT, people were joining because they felt like a pride and like a need to join, and then it just wore on, and we lost that. And so it's almost, I mean, you could make the argument like, hey, maybe this is like
GWAT.
People being like,
is that the Gulf War?
No. Global War on Terror is the GWAT. Yeah, it's the current. Well, it's technically over, but
that could be scary though, because then I mean, like, what was the
people don't feel like they're fighting for their country either anymore. They're fighting for oil or whatever some fucking oil baron said they need to move on and take land from.
But that could be scary because then it could be another false flag, right?
Yeah, it's possible, I guess.
But I mean, that's the scary part, to unite us, to go to war or something, to fight for their cause. It's a scary thing.
I feel like if we went to war with Iran, people aren't going to think it's like a whole patriotic thing. They're going to think it's because someone stands to gain something.
Yeah. You almost need to go to war with them like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Or like
what
right
about,
after
did
they
you
killed
guys hear
Soleimani.
about? Yeah, I mean, like, dude, just I mean, plus, anyway, would you want anybody like, look at these 18-year-old kids, man. They're fat. They're soft.
They're just small.
Like you said, it's been 20 years.
And younger.
It's been 20 years.
They
old, don't know.
But I feel like these 18-year-olds coming out of high school, they look like they're 15, 14.
Bro.
And they'll be going to war.
I can picture it, dude. I can picture it. I can hear the new marching songs talking about Fortnite. Yo, kids, it's Tilted Towers over there.
We're in the Fortnite battalion.
The Fortnite battalion. Probably named after like anime characters or something.
Oh, dude, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
That'd be scary, man. That would be so scary.
What are you talking about? I can't wait to fight in the Goku division.
Actually, that'd be dope, dude.
That would be dope. I'm not gonna lie, that
That's
would
gonna
be
like,
dope.
it's gonna be like it's gonna be SEAL Team Goku. That's what it's gonna
Bro, I'm in
Or-
this.
or-
I'm in the Saiyan regiment. Are you kidding me?
be.
Sign me
Mine
up.
would be
That's what you
Mine
need to
would be
search and destroy,
300.
man.
300?
The 300.
yeah,
division?
300, bro.
No,
That's too old.
dude.
It's too old.
No, Spartans is a common thing already in the military, in the
Oh
army.
yeah,
bet
see,
it is.
dude.
I was in a company. One of my first companies was the Spartans.
Please tell me you did like.
Yeah, dude.
It was dope. Yeah.
Spartan,
This
you're a professional.
is Sparta.
Dude, 300 was.
But
a
yeah,
phenomenon.
it's-
Come on.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
It was,
bro.
But it's going to get like,
But-
you're gonna get like anime shit, probably like rapper shit. It's gonna be great, dude. I cannot
Dude.
personally wait. TikTok.
No, it's
thing,
not
Fortnite,
gonna be great.
COD. People are gonna be like COD.
Bro, I don't know
It's
how
not
people.
gonna be great.
I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time. I just can't do it anymore.
What? Why, dude?
I
It's
can't do
it's
it
pretty
neither.
Much like being a soldier. It's like the same thing.
That's what I hear, and it just doesn't seem to translate to me. Maybe I'm not cut out for it.
That's not, dude. Like, I don't know. My KD out of this world. I haven't played Call of Duty since the first Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that was the best one. Man.
No, I can't play.
Actually, Modern Warfare 2 was so good.
Modern Warfare 2 should have put you on a list after that fucking level. I don't know how it didn't.
Bro, yeah, I really can't even play video games anymore. Unless they're like really boring, lazy video games.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, like, I like it. It takes me a while, but if I'll play a game if I really want to play it. Like the one I'm playing right now is the Final Fantasy remake. That's really
That's
good.
good. That's nostalgic.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 7 was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I've been playing Planet Crafter with the kids. Well, it's really just me and the kids watching. What?
Oh, so some things never changed.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, it's actually very cathartic.
What is it?
You get
just
to
make worlds?
terraform a planet. It's awesome.
What's it called again?
Planet Crafter. They just released a new planet too. Planet Humble, baby. I'm
Planet
already.
Humble, oh man.
I'm almost on the lake stage. I finally got an atmosphere, and got liquid rain, and now the ice on the planet is starting to melt and build lakes. Are you kidding me?
It's a survival game.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I don't know. I'm pretty into it.
I have to take your word for it because
It's easy. It's just like super cathartic. Like there's outside of you falling off of something, like there's no like so the whole thing is like you're a prisoner and you get sent to a barren planet to terraform it.
so it's Australia, but in space.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's cool, and like they add stuff. It's kind of an indie game, so they're always like adding new features and stuff.
Those are
and,
the best games nowadays. These AAA
They're
games
so
are
good.
just not the same anymore.
dude, AAA games suck, man.
They're just not good anymore.
They overpromise, underdeliver, and then they just go away.
It's Call of Duty. That's Call of
Dude.
Duty in a nutshell, dude. There's
It's
a new one
just-
every year, and it's the same thing. It's just like, look, man, you
Yep.
could be Nicki Minaj this time. Isn't that great?
And then what was the one? Oh man, a couple years ago that was like it was like a space-based one that everybody was all about, and then it just kind of shit the bed.
I think it was
maybe.
Starfield.
It wasn't like Evian or something.
And remember, man, what was the one with Keanu Reeves? The steampunk one.
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Talk about that. That one shit the bed hard,
Shit,
dude.
that was a horrible launch, but like I revisited the game like 1 to 2 years later. It was actually pretty good. They actually went back and
Yeah.
fixed it.
What I'm saying is they released it and it was
terrible.
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 You know what I mean? Like-
Buggy, messed up, slow.
It obviously
Blew up
wasn't
your
ready to be
computer.
released,
Yeah.
but it's
I
the
was-
pressure to release them.
Yeah. That's the problem with games and art nowadays. It's just like
Where the indie games are like a passion project. They're usually something new, and they're like always updating, and it's constantly evolving. And they're usually not crazy expensive. Like when you're like on that one, like the DLC for the new planet, which is the first one, it was like $7. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll spend $7 to redo this whole game on a new planet. Yes, sign me up. New minerals to mine? Are you kidding me?
oh, dude. My favorite right now when it comes to like indies game is still Helldivers. What a great fucking game. And most
Yeah,
of their DLC
I never
is
get to
free.
play it.
Dude, if you have like if you have like 2 other friends to play with you, it's the best experience. Like when it comes to like a shooter, anything beats AAA by a mile.
Yeah, it's
All right.
crazy. It's
All right.
crazy.
That's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for listening to Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is S.
C Money crafting.
Crap.
Baby.